All right. All right, all right, all right. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Hopefully y'all can hear me okay. Yes, good afternoon, Carla. Hello. Hello. Wonderful. Excellent. Let me notify everybody in Discord. Boom. All right. Wonderful, wonderful. How's everybody doing? Happy Monday. I'm excited for this week. Got a lot of good things going on. Sad and sore today. Oh no. I'm sorry. I'm about to be sore, that's for sure. Hi, Stephanie. How are you, love? Hello. I'm trying to what the fuck? I know Carla won't relate to this because you have your hair buzzed, which honestly sounds more appealing by the day. But I never know what to do with my hair when I'm doing a class. I'm like, I need to secure this to my noggin. Hey, Jelena, good morning. Good morning. So now that I have some people logged on, I just want to survey, I want to ask, I want to check in. So I posted up class links. Let me actually turn this up a little bit more. When I posted up my class links, I actually did it the night before. Usually I do a day of, but I have some goals that I want to achieve, and they kind of mean that I need to just go to the gym in the morning because I'm usually just so busy during the day and I lose steam at night. I don't like going to the gym at night. It is not I don't want to go. I don't want to go. So I was like, okay, if I post up the class links in the schedule the night before, then that frees up my morning because it usually takes me an hour to prep everything and post it. So hopefully you were able to get those links, plan your day, your week accordingly. If I do it like this from here on out, it's really going to help me free up my mornings on Mondays and get to the gym. Stephanie says, I'm good, a little tired after a half day at Ren Fair. Yay, Ren Fair. Ooh, Opal Moon pieces. I love that. I hope Carrie's doing well. I'm so jealous. I really want to go to Ren Fair, but all of my fair clothes are in storage right now. Literally every piece. And I'm not going to have my clothes and my fancy costume shit until after fair's done. So I'm like, why would I go? I don't want to go to fair in civilian clothes. I just don't want to. Even when my hair was long, I didn't care to do anything with it. It was messy buns or unbrushed every day. Yeah. Blah. Just like it's so much hair. Just go buy something new. No. I'm seriously like, okay, my closet is at max capacity, but also I'm like, I can always find space for things. Hey, Eve. Welcome, welcome. All right, I think that'll stay. Let me get a bobby pin and then we'll get going. We'll start class. Excitement. Do I have a bobby pin in here? Ooh, I got one over here. Great. Great, great. Hi, friend. It took me forever to join, but I'm here. I'm so glad you're here. Yes, Carla, Ren Fair is Renaissance Fair. It is Ren Fair. I have a few friends that belly dance at fair and work fair, so I'm always like, oh my God, I need to go and support my friends. But I'm like, God damn it. I'm still like getting my ass settled in, you know? I'm almost there. I'm really excited it's the last week of April because that means we are just 1 month out from getting into our place. And I am so excited to get into our new place where I will have my dedicated, totally separate from our living quarters, streaming and studio space. I am so ready. I am so fucking ready. So we're a month out. We're almost there. And I did put it out to, you know, people on Discord and Patreon, but the way I'm going to be doing these classes, like I'm going to kind of open them up to some people to come take streaming class in person. So if you're in the Los Angeles area, I know some of you are in the LA area, but I'm far from you, so I know it's not maybe going to work out every time. But if you're in the LA area and if you're into it, you can come and be a body in my live streams. So message me if you're into that idea. Or if you're never into that and you like just waking up in your own place and practicing in the privacy of your own home, I support that and I love that for you. Yeah, we're almost there. We're almost there. Because every time I teach this class, I have to deadlift a couch. So right here where my mat is at, there's like a fucking couch that comes here and I just pick that bitch up and move it to the side. So God damn it, only 4 more weeks or maybe 5 more weeks of doing that. All right, so for today, we're doing power. And power just means that we're doing, you know, a vinyasa type flow, but with elements of strengthening. Yes, it is exciting, Jelena. Yes, Carla, please come to LA, volunteer your body, sacrifice it to the gods. So yeah, we're gonna take some of the things that we worked on last week. So we've been working on, we did twists last week and we were doing like rockets before that. So I wanna add in some twists and some back bends today. You've already been doing some of these shapes. We're just gonna take them further and then add on top of it. Yeah. All right. So blocks can be at the front of your mat. Those may be helpful at some point. I'm also going to be adding on some quad stretching today because I did front squats this morning. And if I don't stretch my quads, I don't think I'm going to be able to walk tomorrow. So that's what I'm doing for myself. My mat is reverse. Let me flip it. We're going to get started kneeling. See, am I in range? Yeah, perfect. Perfect, perfect. I'm actually going to scoot this slightly this way. All right. So kneeling position, you can grab a playlist if you want to move to a playlist. Oh, my ankle wants to pop so bad. Oh, nope, it's not going to. Oh, that one's going to. Great. All right, and then in this kneeling position, which if this is not comfortable, you can totally sit. It's all good. We're just gonna be doing some fun little like side body stretching to it, yeah? We're gonna start with 5 rounds of breath. I'm gonna open this. I want some fresh air. I wanna do yoga in the fresh air. Maybe Pi will show up and go outside. So full, complete inhalations and exhalations while you're here. And we're just grounding, connecting. Good, we'll do one more breath like this. And then I want you to widen out your knees. Great. If you happen to do this from seated, you can also just do this seated as well and like bring your feet together or sit cross-legged, yeah? I want you to kind of slide your hands down towards your knees, and I want you to curl your spine so we're rounding and contracting. Now, leading with the crown of your head, start to bend your elbows, point your head down to the ground. When the head almost comes close to the ground, I want you to extend, lengthen out through your spine, and rise all the way back up, yeah? Same thing, contract, round. Pointing the crown of your head down, same thing, just this little wave, crashing. And then extending through your spine. Technically, it's a back bend. We come up to stand. Good. One more time like that. Down, round spine. Long spine. And rise all the way up. Meet me in that contraction one more time. Reach your arms forward in front of you. Bring the hands together. Interlace, press your palms. And then rise all the way up. Again, just reaching and back bending. I know I'm wearing like a lot of layers and clothes right now, but I'm really trying to extend through my arms. Woo. And lift through my chest. Great job, you guys. Last 3. Last 2. Nice job. And 1. Let's bring the hands back by your side. I'm going to walk my knees back together. And then we're going to side body stretch. So left hand is going to come to the ground, right arm is going to go up and over. I'm going to turn and face you just because I'm a visual person. Sometimes I need it, right? Oh, and we're really working on extending through this top arm. Nice, nice. Let's bring it back to center. Let's do the same thing over to the other side. So right hand is on the ground. Left arm reaches up and over. Nice. We'll bring it back to center. We're going to do this one more time, but with an option to sit the hips off to the side and away from you. So I'm going to reach my right arm up. Again, you can just side bend like normal, or you can just kind of pitch your little mermaid hips over to the side and give yourself more of a stretch, yeah? So my left butt cheek is actually like still on my right heel, but we're just getting a lot more space. Now, let's move within this position. I want you to round your chest kind of like down or point the armpit down and then open the armpit back up. Good, let's do that 2 more times. Round the pit down. Open pit to sky. Ooh, one more time. Round the pit down. Open pit to sky. And then bring yourself all the way up. Now plant your right hand on the earth. Extend through your left leg. We're going to press through this hip. We're going to open up into a big side body stretch. Oh my God, it feels so good. I love it. Let me live here forever. Ooh, all right. Let's bring it back. Back to kneeling, kind of like square on both our heels, and then we'll do the same thing to the other side. So left arm reaches up. Sitting the hips over off to the side. Side body stretch. Guys, this feels so good. My hips, my back just needs to feel like butter right now. Great, and then we'll bring it back up to center. Your left hand is gonna plant on the ground, and you're gonna kind of lean that way. You'll press through your hips, extend through your leg, reach the right arm up and over. Oh my God. Yeah, and if you were facing the front on your mat, you may be going off to the right and the left. If you're limited on space, of course, you probably matched me by facing the side. Now let's bring it all the way back home. We're gonna spin to tabletop all fours. Take some cat-cows, reach your heart forward, and then round and contract navel to spine. Great. Keep going through these cat-cows. And if you're like me, I always like to take advantage of little movements you can do within shapes. So when I'm in this cow pose, one of my favorite things to do is move my head from side to side. I get a really big stretch in my sternocleidomastoid. So those sexy little muscles that you want to munch on, yeah, right along the side of the neck, attaching into the collarbone, that's where those are, yeah. And then you can bring your head back to neutral, round and contract, and you can do the same thing. Maybe it gets into your occipitals or even into the traps a little bit. It doesn't get into mine, but I'm definitely feeling it in my occipitals, yeah. You've got about 20 to 30 more seconds of working through your back and working through your neck. And of course, liberate yourself, right? Even if I didn't mention it, it doesn't mean you don't get to do it. If it makes sense, insert it. Some nice lateral cat-cows. 10 more seconds. And then we'll meet back into center, and we're gonna isolate through your hands and wrists. So let's spin our hands into external rotation. You can also hang out within that cow position, and you can slide back, peel the hands. Just feel that extra stretch in the bottoms of your forearms. Because I'm always liking to throw out arm balances, and my arms and my wrists always need a bit of a warm up in order for me to do that. Let's take our hands back to neutral. We're gonna reach the right arm up towards the sky, and then we're gonna thread the needle. So right arm goes underneath you. We'll lower your shoulder and your ear down to the ground. Now your left hand can stay where it's at. Your left hand can also like reach up above your head, and you can really extend long. All right, let's bring it back up. We're gonna go into that same tabletop twist, but spin into a side plank just like we did earlier. We're gonna lift up your right leg, bring the heel towards the buttocks, and do a modified partridge pose. So I'm mainly focusing on getting into my quad, so I'm not really gonna kick my foot behind me much. I'm just working on my posterior tilt and bringing my heel close to my butt. If you would rather do more of a back bend and a shoulder opener, then you can absolutely kick that leg behind you and open up through the chest. Maybe you're trying to do a little bit of both, right? Because opening your quads is gonna help your back bends. It just is facts. All right, let's release that. We'll come back to tabletop. We'll do all that business on the other side. So left arm reaches up, and then we'll thread our needle. Arm goes underneath, shoulder and ear lower to the ground. I know, I'm like, every time I'm teaching, I'm like, where's the best place to put my microphone? And here's my microphone smooshed into my neck right now. Copycat, whatever you did on the other side. So I'm really going to go for this nice extended shape here. I just kind of want to live here, but let's do what we came here to do. So we'll come back up. We're going to move into that like modified side plank situation. Yeah. Right away, we're going to pick up our foot, bring heel to butt, focusing either on your quad, so lots of posterior tilt, or your back bend, or both. Oh, it's so good for the front of the shoulder too, the anterior deltoid, really needing that TLC and that love. Great. Let's bring ourselves back to tabletop position. We stretch out the undersides of our forearms. Now let's do the top. You can do both at the same time or one at a time. If you're doing both, I recommend leaning back, flipping both of your hands, and then letting yourself kind of work backwards from here. Yeah. When I look down, I can see the palms of my hands. So just making sure you've got the right hand position here. Nice. We got about 10 more seconds. 10 more seconds till our last piece of our grounded warm-up, guys. Woo! All right, let's take those hands off the ground. I'm just gonna hang on this knee. I'll shake them out a little bit. We're gonna go through one more round of our thread the needle with some interesting shifts and changes, and then we'll get you up and off of the ground. So we'll bring you back to tabletop, right arm reaches up. Nice. And let's thread the needle, but we're not going all the way down. We're bringing it back up. Inhale. Exhale, bring it under. So we're doing kind of a version of your Pilates wrap and roll. If you were with me last week on Thursday in my beginner's movement, I taught an intro to Pilates, yeah? So if you're part of my Patreon, really recommend you come. I'm gonna be doing some more of those intro to Pilates. Let's come all the way down, shoulder and ear to ground, right? Now you can stay here, back in this round 2 of your thread the needle, or power class, right? So we gotta give you the powerful options. Left leg extends back. Now this is where squareness in the hip is important, because we're gonna lift up your left leg and hang out in this balance, yeah? Either you're still or you tap the toes down and lift. So we're activating the back line of our body and we're working on our balance. Great, let's do 5, 4, 3, 2. Nice job, last one. Return the knee down. Bring yourself back into that side plank. So right arm is reaching up. Right leg lifts, heel comes to butt. Again, working on your quad stretch one more time. Your modified partridge one more time. Same thing, no changes on this one. Last 3. Last 2. And a 1. Let's bring it back. Left arm reaches up. Wrap and rolls. Cut it underneath and lift it back up. So we're working on the mobility of our spine and our twists. We got 3, 2, and 1. This one takes you all the way down to the ground. Great. Either you just do another one of these like before, or we start to work on our balance. So right leg extends back, toes stay tucked, and we're gonna do 8 lifts. Yeah. Good, 5, Square hips, core on. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back down. Back into your modified side plank. Modified. And either do your quad stretch or your partridge. So good, everybody. Back to tabletop position. We'll reach your heart forward, breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's tuck your toes, send it up and back. So amazing. Take some pedals, move around a little bit, but I'm going to give you a special movement assignment in your down dog. All last week, we worked circles in our tabletop, and I think a little bit in our high plank. Here I want us to work that from downward facing dog. So listen, imagine there's a pen at the crown of your head, and I want you to draw a circle on the ground with the crown of your head. Good, so we're working through the mobility of your shoulders in all these different positions. I love it. 4, 3, 2, of course, reverse those circles on 1, other way. I love this for the shoulders, so good. And also really good for understanding weight shifting in your hands. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Down dog, hold that out. Feel the navel and the belly hollow out. Keep pushing away from the ground and gather space in your hamstrings and your calves. Let's lift up our heels, bend our knees, look forward, and let's travel to the front. You can hop, step, float. Just get the weight off of your wrists. Your arms can hang. You can even take some deeper variations of folds. You can grab your toes going for your Padangusthasana. You can even go for Padahastasana, I don't mind. We're going to spend 10 more seconds here. All right, my darlings, if you have a special variation, let's release it. We'll go soft knees and we'll roll ourselves up to standing. Nice job. Once you make it up to standing, orient your feet how you want them. If you're going for modified versions for your anatomy, those can be hip width distance, those can be all the way together. It really doesn't matter. If you ever feel like you're not connecting to your low core and your inner thighs, I like doing my in-place sunnae with a block between my thighs. So maybe we'll try that today. I'm going to take a foam block, I'm going to stick it between my thighs, and I'm going to really squeeze that bad boy, just like I'm a little Pez dispenser, and I'm trying to squeeze it out to the front. We'll spin our palms to the front. Use your inhale to reach your arms up. And with your exhale, bring them to heart center. Nice. Let's bring them up one more time. Maybe you add a bit of a back bend, pushing the hips forward, squeezing your block. And exhale, forward fold. Hinge from your hips and work down with a flat spine. Show me your halfway lift. With your exhale, forward fold. Great, we're gonna do that a couple more times. Inhale, rise, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up. Maybe you add in your back bend. And exhale, forward fold, yeah? If you're doing this with the block, I want you to feel that level of control. I feel way more stable doing it that way. Halfway lift, nice long spine. And exhale, fold. Again, rise up to standing, inhale. Exhale, bring hands to heart. Inhale, reach up. Maybe you work through that back bend, and I want you to try to go for depth. forward fold, take it down. Nice. It's hard to teach when you're doing back bends yourself. Halfway lift. Maybe you remove your block at this moment. And with your exhale, forward fold. Let's plant your hands. Let's step back into a high plank position. Great. Glide your body weight forward and then slide back into down dog. And let's take a few rounds like repeating high plank to down dog rolls, because they're one of my favorite ways to just create full body cohesion through movement. Great. Last 3, 2, and 1. Take it forwards back to high plank. Lower your knees. We're gonna go for puppy pose, but single-sided and diagonals. This is one of my favorite exercises from Irene Pappas. Love her, Fit Queen Irene on IG. I'm gonna reach across my mat with my right arm, thumb pointed up, and I'm gonna dip my right armpit down. So we're getting deep into your lats. My right ear is resting on my bicep. One more breath. And then we'll bring it back to center and we'll do the other side. Left arm reaches diagonally across mat, thumb facing up. I'm resting my bicep and ear, or I'm resting my ear on my bicep. What are words? I don't even know. Who knows? Great. We'll bring you all the way back to center. We worked these last week, so let's bring them back into our repertoire. Scoot your knees back a little bit. Come back forward, so it's kind of like you're in a modified high plank. Okay, my knees are gonna, Jesus, I can't fucking say anatomical terms today. My toes are gonna tuck. And I'm gonna keep my hips up as I lower my chin and my chest down to the ground. Yeah? Now from here, we're gonna unfurl. So I'm gonna start from my tailbone. I'm gonna tuck my tailbone. And as I tuck, I'm gonna elongate. Landing in a Bhujangasana, right? Tops of the feet pressing into the ground. My legs are so strong and straight. Exhale, push up and back, downward facing dog. All right, you guys, that was amazing. Let's sync things together, okay? Lift your heels, bend your knees, look forward, travel to the front. You can hop, step, or float. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Rise up to standing, reaching your arms upwards. Exhale, bring hands to heart center. Nice. Inhale, reach up. Maybe you add in those back bends. And exhale, forward fold. Nice. Halfway lift. Plant your hands, step back to high plank. Let's go into full puppy pose, so knees come down, hips are over knees, and we're going to reach both of our arms forward in front of us. So much of our back bends require our shoulders to be open. And so we're working on that here. Good. We've got 3. Last 2. Nice job. 1. Let's bring you back up. Hands come back where they were to get us set up. Tuck toes, knees, chest, chin. Tuck your tailbone, unfurl into your low cobra. And exhale back into downward facing dog. So good. Our next one is going to be full boar. So let's lift our heels, bend our knees, look to the front, travel to the front. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up to standing. Exhale, hands come to heart. Inhale, reach up, add that back bend. And exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Plant your hands, step back to high plank. Now you can go through a full vinyasa here, right? So bending elbows, go through your upward facing dog for a bigger one. You can also lower down to your low cobras and work through your height to mid plank that way. Now let's hang out in this downward facing dog. I want y'all to feel strong and secure through those shoulders. We'll do one more breath like this. Exhale out. Take a breath in. Exhale, bring your right knee towards your nose, and I want you to push into the ground and step through to low lunge. Warrior one. Back foot adjust to the earth. Notice heel is on the ground. Shoulders stack up above your hips, arms reach up overhead. Nice. Now your hips are going to naturally be open in this position. That's just the nature of the beast. Your left leg is extended behind you, so naturally the leg is going to be in extension through the hip flexor and have to open to do that. Now let's see about squaring our chest towards the front. So maybe your left arm reaches forward. You recommit a little bit to the bend in your knee and then bring that arm right back up. Take an inhale. Exhale, bring your hands behind you. Clasp your grip. Open up your heart space. Take a breath in. And exhale, dive forwards. Oh my God. Humble warrior. We'll spend one more breath here. And then we'll rise all the way back up, reaching our arms up towards the ceiling. I want you to square off on your back heel, so you're going to face the front in what's called high crescent. Open up your heart to your right, reaching your right arm back and your left arm forwards. Take a breath in. Exhale, let's head down into a low lunge twist. You're set up, you're ready to go. But if you need it, you can always move your back foot a little bit further back to get more of a stretch into the hip flexor. We'll spend one more breath like this. And then let's lower the left knee down. Maybe you bring a little bit of a bend into that back leg and capture the foot, go for a quad stretch. Nice. I'm so sad my little AirPods died. I was vibing. We're doing it raw for the rest of class. Great. We'll release this leg, bringing the right hand back to the ground. We'll tuck your toes, lift your knees, step or extend your right leg back, and then head through your high to mid plank. Yeah? Urdhva Mukha. And Adho Mukha, downward facing dog. Good. Stay in that downward facing dog. Stay, stay, stay. We're just going to charge them up. It'll take 5 minutes. Good, we'll do one more breath just like this. Inhale. Exhale, draw left knee in towards your chest. Push away from the ground, step through to low lunge. Back foot adjust. You're gonna rise up into your warrior one. Once your arms are raised up above your head, let's again go through just those little refinements that we need to do in order to find ourselves in a warrior one that works for you. So again, hip is going to be dialed outwards, right? That's part of the whole thing. See if you can push into outer edge of that foot. Commit to the bend in the front knee, but knit your ribs together. Take a breath in. Exhale, hands come behind you, interlace, press your palms together, lift through your chest, and then work towards your humble warrior. Now your shoulders are really working through that extension as opposed to their flexion, right? So we're working all the different angles. Let's bring you back up. Pivoting off your back foot, arms reaching up overhead. Breath in. Exhale, open twist towards your left. Notice my back leg bending is what's really helping me feel stable here. You can work through the extension, but I just feel like it's better, and you're getting space into the hip flexor since we're prepping for that quad stretch. Let's head down into our low lunge twist, potentially deepening our space between the legs so that we can really work through the hip flexor. And then we'll lower the knee down and either stay or go into our quad stretch. All right, let's release this foot. Tuck, lift, plant our hands, and then again, you can go through your high to mid plank, your ekapada, upward facing, and exhale, downward facing dog. Now, we're gonna do one more round of this and then we're gonna take a break. I just want us to really grind out these looks, these progressions, right? And we're gonna take those progressions to the front of our mat first. So I want you to lift up your heels, bend your knees, look forward, travel to the front. Maybe you hop, step, or float. Again, working through your tuck handstands, all of that is always an option. We'll go through our half lift, and then our exhale will fold. Let's head into chair pose. Bend into your knees, sit the booty back, reach your arms towards upper hand corner. Take a breath in. Exhale, open heart twist to your right. Notice if the knees splay off center. Try to keep them as center as you can. Yeah. And then if you want more depth, hands come to heart and we go into prayer twist. So elbow goes onto either the outer thigh, between the thighs, or if you need more space between your stomach and your thighs, a block placed on top of the thighs and the elbow placed on top of the block. We're here for 3. Last 2. Nice, and 1. Let's take it back to our chair position, and then open heart chair to the left. Keep the knees in alignment. If you went deeper with me and went into your revolved chair, let's go for it. Elbows on top of that thigh. Nice, we'll bring it back to our chair and exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, elongate, and then you can step back again, go through your chattas, or just push back into downward facing dog. All right, little addition, guys. Right leg lifts, hip opens. If you want it, if you need it, drop that foot behind you and push your hips up towards the sky. Let's bring it back around. Right knee is gonna come in towards your chest. Here's our little power move of the day. Shin is gonna tap and then lift. Shin taps, lifts. One more, shin taps, lifts, and then step it through to your low lunge. Warrior 1, we've already gone through the details. Exhale, hands come behind you, interlace, press, lift through your chest, and then take it down to your humble. Yeah, I definitely did squats today because I'm losing my balance in humble warrior. Yikes. All right, let's bring it back up. We're in our high crescent, so our back heel has lifted. And then we'll do our open twist to the right. Now on our last round, we went down to the ground, right? Here we're gonna add on a different shape. We did this last week, at least I'm pretty sure. I taught it in live classes. We're gonna do exalted. So right hand is gonna find your left hamstring. Left arm is gonna be up and over. Nice. Now we're gonna take it down to the ground into that twisted position and potentially work deeper. Nice, one more time. You wanna take it into that quad stretch. Maybe you take it deeper into your quad stretch by lowering the forearm to the ground. You can also go into your right hip by rolling to the outside edge of your right foot and winging the knee out to the side. Great, let's release that. Hands come to the ground, high to mid plank, upward facing, and exhale, downward facing dog. Guys, let's get through this side. We got it, we got it. Left leg lifts, hip opens, knee bends. If you dropped it on the other side, let's drop it over. Lift, press through your chest. Yeah, isolating everything on that right arm. We'll bring it back around, knee comes to chest, and we're gonna do shin lower and lift. You need to push into the ground and round your spine. One more time, shin tap, lift, and step it through low lunge. Warrior one, bring it up. Exhale, hands come behind you, interlace. Press your palms, lift your chest. Take it into your humble. Hopefully I won't fall over on this one. Nicely done. Let's bring ourselves back up. Arms reach up. You're going to square off on that back hip. And then we're going to open into our twist. Great. Left hand is going to find your right hamstring. We're in that exalted warrior position. And then we'll go right hand onto the ground. We're in our twist with that potentially deeper stance. Nice. Maybe you lower the shin bone down. Maybe you went back into your quad. Maybe you went deeper into the quad and into the hip. So I've got my forearm on the ground. I'm also rolling to the outer edge of my left leg, or my left foot to be more specific. Nice. We'll release, bring you back. Again, pressing through high to mid. A break is coming after this. You're so close. Downward facing dog and child's pose. Nice. If child's pose isn't the right resting shape for you, you can even kneel, have a seat, drink some water. Woohoo, you guys are doing great. How are you? Are you super sweaty? I am. I'm dying, actually. All right, we're gonna head through our last version of this, our last expression of this. It's our final 15 minutes of class, yeah? And that includes our resting, our shavasana, our final stretches, right? You guys are doing amazing. So we're gonna do a fun variation right now. Yeah, ready for a nap. I am too. Feeling wrecked, Carla. The thing that I'm realizing is that after I finish teaching this, the thing I need to do is like meal prep, and I'm like, oh, I just want to lay down and take a nap. I don't want to like cook right now. But I think future Tracy will think Tracy of the past if I do that. All right. So we're going to head to tabletop, okay? All of this is going to kind of start to make sense as we go through it because, again, I said, hey, we're working twists, we're working back bends, which sometimes I feel like people think those can't coexist, but they really do beautifully. All right. So from this tabletop position, let's extend our left leg back behind us and lift it up. We're also going to reach our right arm forwards, yeah? Now, we're going to bend into the left leg. And then we're going to squeeze and reach back. Good. I'm sending you inspiration for meal prep. Thank you so much. Kayla's also ready for a nap. We're all ready for a nap. The nap is coming. All right. So my hand is externally rotated. I'm grabbing for my pinky toe side edge of this foot, right? And I want you to try to kick this leg up. Yes. Hold, hold, hold for 3. Hold, hold, hold for 2. And 1. Let's release and then bring it back to the ground. Extend your right side. Reach your left arm forwards. Nice. Backstroke behind you, capture outside edge of your foot. And same thing, we're gonna try to kick this leg up. For 3, for 2, and 1. Let's release. Now, instead of just putting it down, let's bring the left hand to the ground and right knee to chest. Tuck left toes, reach right leg up to sky. Open up your hip, bend into your knee. If you need to drop back, make it happen. Great, let's bring it back around, knee to chest, step through low lunge. Now let's go straight into our high crescent. So no warrior 1, we're just keeping our feet as they are. Arms reach up. Exhale, open heart twist to your right. Now we're gonna dive into some shit right here, okay? And I want you to only do this if you feel comfortable doing it, right? We've done our exalted, right? I wanna see how you feel about working with a bent back leg and straightening out more through the front. So we're working through some really deep shit here. For 3, for 2, and 1. Nice job. Bring it back to the front into that low lunge twist. Pivot to the side. Move into your Vashisthasana side plank. Keep pushing away from the ground. Create space through your side body. Now you can stay as you are, right? Or you can start to try to add in a full partridge. Remember that shape we were doing earlier? We were doing half, right? So we're capturing the foot, we're pushing our heart and our hips forwards. For 3, for 2, and 1. Let it go. Kick your blinds, move through your high to mid plank. Your upward facing, and your downward facing dog. Wow, guys. Let's come back to tabletop. I want to work through another round of those foot grabs. So on this side, we're actually going to work through our opposite sides first. So let's extend the right leg back, lift it, reach your left arm forwards. Reach back, kick it up. Get space. And then we'll release, lower, and we'll do the other side. Extend your left leg, reach through the right. Nap time pending. Try to kick, lift, open. So good. Release. Hand comes down, but knee comes to chest. 3-legged dog, left leg lifts. And then drop it back behind you, working your flip. Back around, knee to chest, step through low lunge. High crescent. I'm trying to mentally prepare myself for this next section. I'm not ready. The cruel tutelage of power. Okay. I'm going to bend into my back leg. We're going to open up into our twist. And again, we're either going to go for this exalted shit, right? Or we're going to go for more depth. So that means more bend and lengthening into our front leg. Nice. Let's bring it all the way back around. Low lunge twist. And into our side plank. top leg can lift and you can work into that full partridge. Such a beastie. For 3, for 2, and 1. Release. We'll bring the hands down. Same thing, high to mid. Back bends. And downward facing dog. Let's bring our knees down. Again, child's pose, kneeling. Or because we just did all that crazy back bend shit, rock. Now, some of those shapes that we just did, right? That kind of crazy version of our exalted, I didn't throw it out there and I'm kind of having a hindsight 2020 moment. All of that shit can also be done from the ground, right? So we're here, we've got this extended leg, and we're reaching up and back, right? We can really get spacious like this. You can even bring a block underneath your hand. All of that stuff works. If I do it on one side, I have to do it on the other. Right? Same thing, same shape. Not like it's less difficult in that way, but potentially more accessible to you. All right, friends, you've done so amazing. Let's bring ourselves up from that rock, your child's pose, you're kneeling, and we're gonna sit off to one side. We'll extend your legs forward, and we're gonna work through Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. If you're rocking your own playlist, start to take the energy down. So start to work towards your more restorative sounds. Start to bring it down. We'll sit up nice and tall. And then work forwards. Allowing your back to round. And we'll bring you back up. We'll scoot down your mat and we'll lay down on our backs. Both knees come towards your chest. Appanasana, knees come wide around your ribs. Now you can stay in this Appanasana or take it into Happy Baby. So feet nice and wide. Showing the bottoms of your feet towards the ceiling. You can even extend out your legs, exploring from side to side. Oh. Y'all, I think today's gonna be go in the jacuzzi day, so that Tracy can walk tomorrow. We'll gather everything back in. And we'll start to slide out into our final shape, our resting shape. You can take your Shavasana on your back. You can also do it seated if that matches your energy better. But this moment is intended for rest. We'll take a bigger breath here. And the only exertion I want you to do is to just bring your hands onto your body. Maybe a hand on heart, a hand on belly, or both of your hands on your tummy. I know a lot of us can really go through it, perhaps having really tumultuous relationships with our bodies. And one of the reasons I love this practice is I get to take a moment to feel gratitude for my body, to thank it. So thank you, friends. Thank you so much for letting me guide you today. Thank you for bringing your body to this moment. I really hope that you feel good, present with yourself. Even if you struggled through it like I did, I always feel like proud of myself that I did it anyways, you know? So, whew. Schedule for this week. Let's go over it while you're still here. If you take online classes with me, we're going to do our Wednesday skills and drills, our last splits class of the month. That's at 10 a.m. for Pacific Coasters, 1 o'clock for East Coasters. Thursday, beginners class, same thing, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. for the East Coasters. And if you're here in LA, you're so welcome, Stephanie. Thank you, Carla. Yes, I feel proud of myself too. Thank you, Sharon. If you're in Los Angeles, I'll be subbing some more classes. I'm kind of still on my subbing mania. I think because I don't like being in this apartment, so I'm just working a lot because I don't like being in it. So tomorrow night, I'm teaching sculpt. So that's like workout and weights and shit at 5:15 p.m. and then Power Flow at 6:30 p.m. Both of those classes are heated, yeah? And not like slightly heated, like that shit's hot as fuck. It's like the fourth layer of hell. And then Wednesday, so the 26th, I'll be subbing at 1:15 p.m., so in the afternoon, an abs and ass class. I'm scared. I'm just gonna make you guys do it, okay? And then Friday, we're doing Goth Bar. So that's at 5 p.m. if you're on the West Coast, 8 p.m. if you're on the East Coast, yeah? I also just implemented a new way to take class with me if you're ever interested in just doing like drop-ins. It's pretty cool because I've had people ask like, you know, maybe they're not a part of the $15 tier, you know, they just kind of pop into here, but they want to take class. So I'm just going to stick the link in here. I set drop-ins for my other classes at $8 because I'm like, it shouldn't be, you know, too crazy. Let me share this with you guys. Copy. Thank you, Kayla. So good to see you. All right. So that's the link if you ever want to take drop-ins. And I just updated my website with my schedule. It's a very like interactive schedule. So you're able to kind of like see where things are at. You can also like navigate to them. So it'll open up like Google Maps if you ever need to like drive there and you're somewhere in Los Angeles or elsewhere. And it also has the like links if you want to take drop-ins and stuff if you're not a part of the Patreon Passage tier and up, yeah. So if you guys ever have questions with that, you know, let me know, hang out, say hi. You can also message me on Instagram. I don't think I can accept private messages on Facebook or on YouTube. I don't know. But all those things are there for you. Oh, Kayla, thank you so much. Fucking spectacular. Wow, thank you. Oh, man. And you know what? It's only going to get better because I love this. I love teaching. I love helping people, and not just in my immediate area, but all over the world. So I really am grateful that you guys show up online. It really like means a lot. And it's going to be really magical when we get in the new space. Like it really is. I'm just so stoked. It's going to be rad. It's going to be so spacious. We're going to be able to do cartwheels. I'm not going to make you do cartwheels, of course. All right, everybody. I'm going to do the thing. I'm going to go meal prep. And then I'm going to cook so that I can feed myself. Yes, Jelena, the Discord is also awesome. Oh, thank you. I love the Discord. I love it so much. I know some people don't like having more than, you know, one messaging situation. I totally understand it. But if you join the Patreon at Passage and Up, you get to come on the Discord, and it's a rad little happy family. All right, you guys. I love you so much. Take good care of yourself. Hydrate. Feed yourself. You know, do some nature shit if you can. Get outside. It was just Earth Day, so get out there. If I don't see you this week, then I will see you next Monday. It'll be May. It's gonna be May. I'm a horrible earworm giver to people. All right, guys, I love you all so much. I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for coming to stream. Thank you. Love you. See you soon.